read the book, Exit Out of Way, Chapter 3, Inside the Tent. A man was handing a glass of water to the red-faced woman.
Red.
A boy was
Red.
standing, yes, a boy was standing next to the woman's chair. Do you feel better, Mom? The boy asked. Much better.
Ronnie.
Ronnie, his mother said. Thank you, doctor. Fleming,
하고 있는데
mm,
Fleming.
Fleming, the man said, looking down at the tag, pinned,
네.
pinned over the pocket on his white jacket. She stood up. Come on, Ronnie, let's get some lemonade. Let's get some lemonade, she said to her son. Thank you again, Mrs. Dr. Fleming. No problem, the doctor said. He glanced up at Mr. Hathaway and the three kids. Who's the patient? Who's the patient? He asked. Me thinks that. The doctor point
Pointed
the doctor pointed to folding chair. Have a seat, please. There were no other chair in the tent. We'll wait outside, Mr. Hathaway said. He guided Josh and Rush to guided Josh and Rush to the tent opening. Be a brave little man. Think Josh teased. Think stuck his talk out at Josh. Then sit down. Your name is Dink? The doctor asked him for his two thin rubber gloves from the box and slapped them slipped them onto his head. Dink nodded. It's nickname, he said. My real name is Donald David Duncan. The doctor sat in the chair opposite Dink. He touched the small bump on Dink's forehead. Forehead. How did this happen? He asked. Dink told the doctor how he fell off the cruiser and showed him the red scrap on his arm. Does it hurt? The doctor asked. Dink nodded. A little, especially, especially when I twist it. Don't twist it, the doctor said. Just then, a police officer stuck his head inside the tent. Excuse me, doc. Excuse me, doctor. The officer said, did you see anyone run by your tent a few minutes ago? No, I was pretty busy, Dr. Fleming said. What's the problem? Someone grabbed the penguin diamond pendant, the officer said. The pup took off into the crowd. Oh no, I hope you catch him, the doctor said. Don't worry, we will, the cop said. Miss Green might be able to identify the chip. So we're stopping everyone at the main exit gate. The police officer left. The doctor turned back to think. Think. Here's what we're gonna do. He said, I'll bandage, bandage your arms. Bandage your arms. Then we'll go to my office and I will x-ray it. The doctor poured a sealed
The
bag.
doctor put a sealed
Mm, idiot. The doctor
poured
poured
a
a
sealed and they
sealed
sit
bandage
from
from the
a
white
white cabinet.
cabinet. While I am wrapping your
Your
arms,
arm,
I
I
want you
want
to
to read
read that
that
sign
sign
over
over
there
there.
slowly. Take a look at the sign. Why? My eyes are okay, he said. The doctor opened the package. I want to make sure you don't have a concussion,
Confusion.
concussion, concussion. 아, 여기에 마침표가 있네. I want to make sure you don't have a concussion. Start reading, he said as he began wrapping Dink's arm with the long bandage. Dink started reading. How to avoid sunstroke. Always use sunblock. Always use sunblock. Wear a hat. Don't stay out in the sun too long. Avoid
Strenuous.
strenuous.
Strenuous
Avoid strenuous
exercises. Exercise.
exercise on hot day. Drink
Plenty.
plenty of water. You are a good reader, Dink, the doctor said, finishing with the wrapping. Wiggle your finger for me.
Wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle. Wiggle.
Wiggle your finger for me. Dink wiggled his finger and looked at his arm. The bandage went from his
His wrist.
wrist to his elbow. The small metal clip held the end of the bandage in place. Not too tight, is it? The doctor asked. No, but the bandage felt wearied. They always do, the doctor said. Now, we'll call in your father. He's my friend. Fat, my friend, father, Dink explained. The doctor stepped over to the tent door and invite the other inside. How your boo-boo? Josh asked. Dink crossed his eyes. I'd like to x-ray Dink arm in my office. The doctor told Mr. Hathaway. Can you follow me to the hospital? Of course, Mr. Hathaway said. You want to leave
You
right
want
now?
to read.
You want to leave right now? The sooner, the better, the doctor told him, glancing at his watch. My replacement will be here in a few minutes. The group left the tent and walked toward the main exit. Dink noted an empty space between Presto Pizza and the lemonade stand. Frank and his hot dog cart had vanished. At the exit, a line of people stood around them mumbling. Two police officers were blocking the closed gate. The woman with yellow hair, who had been sitting the front of Dink, was talking to one of the officers.
One of the officers.
One of the officers. Her face,
Her place.
her face was
Here.
pale, pale, and she angry.
And
Looked angry. The demand I demand to be let out of this park, the woman said through crunched teeth. Please, you will all have to stay here just a little while longer, the other officer explained. We need to wait for Miss Green.
Queen.
Come on, follow me, the doctor said. He put his hand on Dick's shoulder and guide,
Guide.
guided him toward the front of the line. Here,
하야.
hiya, here,
하야.
here.
이게 하이에 야 이유를 붙인 거야. 하야.
Hiya, doctor, the officer said. Dinkin recognized him as the one who had poked, poked, poked his head into the aid, first aid tent. Hello, officer. Look, I've get this patient to my office pronto. Pronto는 아니고 pronto네.
프론토.
Dr. Fleming said. He understood, resting on Dick's shoulder. He had their hard arm and a puzzler confusion. No problem, doctor, the officer said. He nodded to his partner, who pushed the gate open. Then Josh, Ross, her father, and Dr. Fleming walked through. Chapter 4. I'm parked in the lot, Mr. Hathaway said as they crossed the street. A blue station wagon. Me too, Dr. Fleming said. Mine's a red jeep. The hospital is about a mile down Main Street. The kid and Mr. Hathaway followed the red jeep away from the park and south on Main Street. How that down? Mr. How's that down? Mr. Hathaway asked. It's okay, thanks, Dick said. Joshua read out the sign. Big sign. Josh read out the big sign. Some people will do anything for attention, he said. A few minutes later, Dr. Fleming hurried into the small lot in front of Hartford Hospital. He turned a sign that said hospital staff only. Mr. Hathaway parked in the visitor space and they all climbed out. Dr. Fleming led the group through a side door and down a long corridor. Corridor. Long corridor. Second elevator to the third floor. Third floor. Then went down another hallway. Dr. Fleming pushed open the door with X-ray print in green letters. Everyone walked in, and Dr. Fleming point to some chair. Your pork can wait here while I get a couple of X-rays. He says this should only take 10 minutes or so. Dr. Fleming led Dick through a door into a smaller room, pointing to the table covered인데 covered 이래야 되나?
covered.
2. Table covered with a white seat. He told Dick to lie down. Then he put the lid a prawn.
자, 여기서 읽어볼게. Flaming red stink through a door into a small room, pointing to a table covered with a white sheet.
앞치마.
왜 우리
Think
나쁘로딩
chest.
앞치마잖아.
Think chest.
Decorate
Decorate his head on the small pillow and start up at the ceiling. Stared.
stared up. 계속 보는 거야.
Start up at the ceiling. Stare는 여기 I가 붙어야 된다니까?
스테이어드. 원래 단어가 이렇게 생겼어. 스테이어. 자모장이지. P-A-R-E. 그래서
S-T-A-R-T에 뿌리면 start잖아.
그렇지? 그런데
started.
D가 아니라
stayer.
스테이어.
I-R-E-D 해야 되는 거 아니야? stayer 하려면?
그거가 R가 붙으면
확실하게
발음이다. Here. up at the ceiling. 위를 이렇게 쳐다보고 있는 거야. stare. 궁금한 거? stare. 매번
볼륨이 있어야 된대.
stared,
맞잖아. 뭐지? 좀 믿어봐.
At the stair up at the ceiling. He could hear Dr. Fleming opening and closing drawers and cupboard. Then think saw an X-ray machine slide over the table. Dr. Fleming to write. I want you to write very still. He said, when I say one, hold your breath. Let it out when I say two. Dr. Fleming's face disappeared. From a few feet away, he said, one, then held his breath. He heard something creak. Then Dr. Fleming's voice said, two, you can breathe now. Dr. Fleming stepped next to the table again. I'm going to get a look at this in the other rooms. He said, be back in a jiffy. Think counting, selling tea.
Think counted ceilings.
tile. Ceiling tiles until Dr. Fleming returned. This shot is too broad. He said, dropping an X-ray on the table. He grabbed a fat red and drew a big X over the X-ray. I will have to shot another one without the bandage. Dr. Fleming began removing the bandage from Dink's arms. See that sign over there? He asked Dink. Read it to me, please. Dink read the sign. It was about drinking milk to make your bones strong. There, Dr. Fleming said as he dropped the unrolled bandage on the table next to the Dink's shoulder. He positioned Dink's arms again. Lie still and hold your breath till I tell you to breath. Dink as he was told. And after a minute, Dr. Fleming, after I develop after I developed this one. You're free to go, he said. Okay, his one is much clearer.
Clear.
Clear, Dr. Fleming said a few minutes later. The arms looked fine, but I put the bandage back on. No baseball for the few days. Okay? Think, watch as Dr. Fleming re-wrapped his arms. You should, you should have your own doctor take a look at this, he said. Then Dr. Fleming opened the door and asked the other to come in. He showed Mr. Hasway the X-ray. No fracture, no fracture at all, he said. Probably just a strain when he fell. I have to go see my doctor. Think told Josh and Rose. We should take the X-ray with us, Mr. Hasway said. Of course, Dr. Fleming said. He found the
하고 그거 무슨 말이야?
Raji envelope in the drawer, drawer, and slipped drawer,
drawer.
drawing이잖아, drawer, and slipped the X-ray inside. Can I have the other one? Thank you, ask. The one that you said was no good. No, I just drew. Sure, why not? Dr. Fleming said.
아니 나 그거 버릴 거였는데
음.
알았다.
He slid it into the envelope with the other X-ray and handed it to Dick. Don't stand up on any more moving carousel. More moving carousel, he said. Sorry, today is ending.